Hey, if you're a woodworker or a custom furniture maker and you're tired of constantly chasing leads, trying to find the next job, and you want to create more predictability on the acquisition side of your business, so you want to be able to get leads, get jobs easier and with more predictability, you need strategic partnerships. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to scale your furniture business with partners. Let's dive in. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. As always, I'm your host, Zach Vaught. Quick background about me. I started my woodworking business in 2017, failed miserably for about the first 6 or 8 months, learned how to run paid ads, learned how to build a business, learned how to predictably generate leads for my business, learned how to get strategic partnerships in place, and ultimately started scaling that business and scaled to over $75,000 per month on average, 6 or 7 employees, a 6,600 square foot shop, a showroom, and sold that business in 2024. And so with that, I want to just walk you through my experience with finding good partners to help you grow and stabilize your acquisition inside of your business. And so when I say acquisition, that means getting leads, getting customers. There are a few different ways to get leads or get customers, right? And so number one, you could go knock on doors. You could pass out flyers. You could put up billboards, or, that's kind of more guerrilla marketing, old school marketing. Number two is really how I built my business, how I continue to build my businesses, and that is with paid advertising. I'm a huge advocate of it. I believe in it. With all of our clients inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, we get around a 10-to-1 return for every dollar that we spend on paid ads. Some of our clients get even more than that. Tim Holland, we just did a video on him. He's been in the program now for about 3 years. He gets about a 17-to-1 return for every dollar that he spends, right? Very easy to scale businesses when every time you spend $1, you get $10 to $17 back, right? But the next way that I've seen so many guys do really well is through scaling partnerships. And so partnerships are huge. And so I want to walk you through why partnerships are a great idea for your business. And so, but before I do that, I'm going to kind of draw some distinctions between running paid ads and pursuing partnerships aggressively. Okay. So with paid ads, I can usually create demand pretty instantaneously. I'm selling direct to the customer, and I can get sales pretty quickly and pretty easily. But I'm always going to have to do that in order to keep getting sales, which is fine. And that's what I did. I mean, I scaled a business like that. Probably 90% of our sales came from paid ads. But if you can be as aggressive on getting partnerships as you are getting customers, and let's say you just got one new partner every month, you landed one new strategic partner, you really took care of them, you did great work for them, they made money, you made money, it made a lot of sense for them to keep working with you. Well, after a year, you're going to have 12 new strategic partners, and each of them may be bringing you a new project every month. Or let's say that they just brought you a new project every other month. Well, if every one of them brought you a new project every other month, you'd have 6 new projects every month from your strategic partners before you even ran paid ads, right? And so it provides an element of stability to the business. And I'm a huge advocate for diversifying how you get leads and creating a more stable base for your business. Okay. So with that, I want to talk to you about different types of partnerships and the benefits and drawbacks of each, kind of how you could connect with them. I want to talk to you about why they're fruitful. Okay. So number one, the first one, and most of you guys are going to know a lot of this, or at least be familiar with it, and that is interior designers. Interior designers are great partners because interior designers work with high-end clients. Poor people that don't have any money don't hire interior designers. Wealthy people that do have disposable income, they're hiring interior designers to make sure that they're creating beautiful and incredible spaces for their homes, their offices, or whatever. And so designers don't want cheap. So this is, again, where I'm trying to help you guys reposition the way that you think. And so many of you are competing on price. You got to stop. You got to stop, okay? Designers don't want cheap. They want reliability, they want consistency, and they want someone who makes them look good. And just so everybody is super clear on how this relationship works, you have the consumer who has hired the interior designer who's going to hire you, right? So the interior designer, they're not building anything themselves. They're just basically connecting the dots to create the space that the end buyer wants, right? So they're going to have a ton of subcontractors. They're going to have a ton of relationships, vendor relationships. And when you show up with your product, they want the end consumer, the person that hired them, to be ecstatic about the quality and craftsmanship of that product. And if they are, it's going to build trust between you and the interior designer, and you're going to land more and more jobs. But if you show up with a product that sucks, it makes the interior designer look bad, and they will never work with you again. Okay, so you just got to be very, very careful with that. So how to approach interior designers. How do you approach them? So number one, you don't pitch them like a salesperson. You pitch them like a collaborator. And so, hey, I specialize in custom tables and built-ins. I'd love to be a reliable option when your clients need something custom. One of the best things that you can do is when you finish up a really great project, put it in the back of your truck or put it in a trailer and go show up at the doors of interior designers and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm located here in Longview, or I'm located here in wherever. I just finished up a project. I was in the area. I wanted to swing by and let you take a look at it, kind of see the quality of our work. And we specialize in working with interior designers, home builders, building custom projects. This is how you get your name thrown in the ring, right? It works because you're going to get recurring referrals, you're going to get higher end clients, and you stop competing on price. Okay, so this is huge. Can't encourage it enough. And if you just landed a very small handful, let's say 3 to 5 interior designers over the course of the next year in your business, you're going to probably sell an additional $30,000 to $100,000 a year just on 3 to 5 relationships. Okay, so if you went really hard in the paint and got 10 to 20, no telling how big your business would get. Okay, number 2, second partnership type here is builders and remodelers. These guys are already inside of homes that need furniture, cabinetry, or storage, or whatever that might be. Some examples here is there's tons of new homes that when people are moving from their old house to their new house, they usually want all new furniture too, right? And so if you're working with builders and remodelers, they could be referring clients to you for brand new furniture. So dining tables for new builds. And when you have that conversation with them, you could be like, hey, I do dining tables, I do living room furniture, I do bedroom furniture, I do barn doors, I do outdoor furniture. Or you could turn, and I cannot tell you how many times we see this inside of the Woodworking Accelerator program with our most successful clients. They turn $5,000 orders into $30,000 furniture packages. It's a total game changer in terms of increasing your average order value and making every yes that you get worth a lot of money. One solid builder relationship can send you 5 to 10 new referrals a year. Pretty easily, right? If they have a good experience with their home builder and their home builder recommends a custom furniture builder, they're probably going to call you and they're probably going to say yes. And so number 3, kitchen and cabinet shops. And I know this sounds crazy. It's like, why would I partner with a kitchen or a cabinet shop? And the reason is because they're great at cabinets and they'd hate doing furniture, right? They don't necessarily want to do furniture. They want to stay in their lane and do the thing that they're doing. And if you can strike up some type of partnership with them and say, hey, you should offer furniture. I'll be the subcontractor. I'll build it. You sell it. You just pay me this much for these pieces. You can sell it as though it's coming from your shop. Or they can just refer people to you, whatever that looks like, however you want to structure that. But there's a lot of cabinet shops that people are inquiring about furniture and they don't have the systems or processes or bandwidth to really do it or the desire to do it. So if you can connect with them, you guys build furniture, you guys focus solely on cabinets. We try to stay away from furniture. Okay, well, hey, if you ever get inquiries about furniture, here's my information. This is, a catalog of all my products that I've already built. I can basically do anything. So if you want to refer them to me, I'll give you a 5 to 10% referral fee, or you can sell this as though it's your own, mark it up, however that works, right? You can structure that with the cabinet shop, but you become the custom guy for the cabinet shop, right? Number 4, and this is the last one I'm going to give you today, and that is real estate professionals. Real estate agents are always at the forefront of people buying and moving into new homes. And most of the time, again, when people are moving into a new house, they don't always get new furniture, but a lot of times they like to. Especially if you're getting connected to luxury real estate professionals where they're selling luxury homes that are, depending upon where you are in the country or in the world, where I'm at in Texas, that I would say anything above about $500,000 or $600,000 would be considered somewhat of a luxury home. But they want statement pieces. They want custom. They don't want cheap. They want something that's going to stand out and look insane, look awesome, right? That's what those home owners and home buyers are looking for. With that, there's a lot of opportunity there. If you shotgun approach all these all the time, you may get some traction over time, but I would pick one of these that you think would be most fruitful based on your area. You might live in an area where there really just aren't any interior designers. You may live in a smaller town or an area that there's not a lot of really high-end, super luxurious homes or a really wealthy population of people, mostly made up of the middle class. Well, then home builders would probably be a great place to start. Real estate professionals could be a great place to start. Calling all your cabinet shops would be a great place to start, right? And so, but you need to pick one. You need to pick one, and you need to try to not chase 4 or 5 different rabbits. Chase one, land a few clients, develop a system that's going to get you opportunities, and then move on to the next one. Or just go deeper in that one, right? And so when it comes to structuring your partnerships, this is where most woodworkers screw this up. You don't need complicated contracts, you need clarity. So you need to keep it simple. So like a few different ways to structure this. You can structure it with a referral fee. Hey, if you send anybody my way, I'm going to give you 5 to 10%. If you run paid ads, you're going to spend 10% of every order to get the order. right? So if you're getting $5,000 orders, usually it costs around $500 to acquire that customer anyways with paid ads. Why not just offer that as a referral? It's going to incentivize them to send people your way. You could do exclusive pricing for their clients as well. So like if you have, especially on the interior designer side of things, the custom home builder side of things, you say, hey, anybody that orders from me through you is going to get this kind of incentive. They're going to get a better price, and then I'm going to give you a kickback over here. So then it's a win-win for everybody. The biggest mistake that happens in partnerships is that the partnership dies because that they forget you exist over time. You need to stay in front of them continually. You need to continually market to your partners. Keep them updated. What's happening in the shop? What are you working on? What big projects are you completing? You need to get great photography and be showcasing it back to your partners saying, hey, look at this project I just did for this guy over here. Check this out. I just worked with this interior designer over here. I did this, I did this, I did this. And you need to constantly be building your portfolio and building trust over and over and over and over and over again with these strategic partners, and they'll keep coming back to you. If you just do a project, they say thank you, and you say thank you, and you never talk to them again, you never follow up with them, you never say, hey, you got anything I could bid, anything coming down the pipe, then that relationship's gonna fade away. Send progress photos, share finished installs, thank you notes, occasional check-ins. Partnerships don't break because of money, they usually break because of neglect. And the other thing I'll say on this again is you need to always make sure that you do an exceptionally good job. If they're putting their reputation on the line to promote you or to work with you, you need to make sure that you make them look great. The reality check with this, though, as we wrap up this video, is that this is not something that most likely you can implement and within a week or two have 10 strategic partners. Your goal should be something like 1 to 2 new strategic partners per month. That should be your goal. And you should set aside time in your calendar, put it on your calendar to do it. So if it's like, hey, every Monday, I'm going to send 10 emails, or I'm going to do 10 cold calls, or I'm going to 10 Instagram DMs to home builders and interior designers in my area, or whatever that might be. You need to just take actions and set aside daily actions or weekly actions to ultimately get to where you're trying to go. With that, I got a couple resources for you. If you're watching this and you're trying to get your bearings, you're trying to figure out how this whole process works of building a successful custom furniture company, well, I got a free ebook I'd love to invite you to check out. So it's the first link in the description below. It's a book that I wrote that really outlines my journey called the Handmade Business Secrets ebook. And so all you gotta do is click the link, enter your first name and your email, and we'll shoot that over to you. Number 2 is the Handmade Hero Academy. If you're watching this and you're like green, brand new, you have no idea what you're doing, that program is going to get you started. It's going to get you to your first $5,000 to $10,000 per month. It's going to help you build a website. It's going to help you improve your product photography. It's going to help you get things in order so that you can continue to grow and continue to take the next steps. The third thing I've got for you is another free offering. So I recorded a free training, how to make 2026 your best year ever as a custom furniture maker. And it's about an hour and 15 minutes long. I would love for you to check it out. It's the third link in the description below. And then lastly is if you are ready to take your business to another level. I've mentioned this all the time in my videos, but we're working with clients all across the world at this point, helping them scale their businesses predictably. If that is you and you're ready to go to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per month inside of your custom furniture business, I'd love for you to check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. All you got to do is click the link for that in the description below, fill out the application, book a call. By the way, right now you're going to be speaking with me. Book a call. Let's hop on the phone, see if it's a good fit, and we'll walk you through what that process looks like to have a systematic process for scaling your company. So with that, as always, love and appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, be sure to do that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.